We're live down here at Sakurama. We've made a move throughout the course of the day. We're down on the other end of the beach at the break they call Barinya. And we are going into round of 16 of the men's. Federico Moraes, Michael Rodriguez in the water, and they've just been joined by Julian Wilson and Jesse Mendes.
And set approaching our lineup. You can see there's a little bump on the surface of the ocean, side offshore, a little hustle, and Jesse Mendes.
Big paddling here from Jesse Mendes from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Squares up off the bottom. Nice hook there to get things going. No opportunity there for a second section. Of course, is up against Julian Wilson, runner-up to the world title last year. Third place here last year, beaten by the eventual champion, Felipe Toledo, who we saw was in an incredible matchup a heat or two ago against Kelly Slater.
You know, people on the beach, stadium-like feel, you know. And you know, to hear the crowd, you know, it didn't even seem like it was people. You know, it felt like it was crazy. When I was out there, the noise was like, it was like almost popping my eardrum. You know, it was so loud. It was just this roar.
Potentially finals day tomorrow. Wilson having a paddle, did well here last year, runner up to the world title, in and out for him.
Came down and went out really early for his heats, and the conditions, perhaps in his mind, he needs that time in the lineup to understand what's going on there and to really dial it in before the heat starts, rather than just get out there at the last minute and have to figure it out on the fly. So, interesting strategic move. He's got 12 minutes and 40 seconds to spend out in that lineup and start to understand it and read it. You wouldn't want that to happen. And to me, being in the water, as Julian Wilson's paddling and catching one here.
Yeah, he's had a look at a couple of waves. Wave number 4, looking for that aerial opportunity. Like we mentioned before, at this very venue last year, got through to that semi-final. And he's bagged a 9th as his best result this year. But let's have a look now at live pictures, threading the needle on the outside there. Looking for the exit. And now it looks like Wilson takes a drop on the outside. Big air. God, lofty. Held up by that wind.
This one, wedging up.
Here comes a wedge. Who's on it? It is Jesse Mendes. He's going to grab the rail and try to set a line through this inside tube. Pulls in now. It gets a bit wonky and nasty for him. And unfortunately, he gets shut down. So this heat between Mendes and Wilson yet to really open up. Still got 23 minutes remaining.
He drops in. It's a mid-sized wave and it's got a lovely taper, beautiful off the top. He must get something down here to boost that score into the 7 range. A second top turn, so a couple of nice backhand re-entries. It was offshore and tubes, then the backhand tube riding of these guys would you could match that of the natural footers. But with the crumbling, chandeliering lips as Julian Wilson takes off, I don't think that's possible. You have to go to turns. Jesse's done that and done it very successfully.
Julian just used up a priority card on that wave and in and out for him. Now that puts him under a bit more pressure.
No, I feel at home here in Brazil. We speak the same language. It's such an amazing country, amazing people. Just everything's beautiful, the food. So yeah, thank you, Brazil.
I believe that too. That was fun to watch you guys out there. Thank you.
Absolutely. He recognises what this represents, the chance that it is. Here we go, paddling.
Who we got? Looks like it is Jesse Mendes who's got the lead right now over Julian Wilson. He's found another one of those tapered balls. Can he capitalise with the second turn, I was going to say, but before I could, he pulled the eject button and just got out of that one.
Here we go.
Here you go again. He's trying to find an open opportunity here. Just gets a little bit of cover on this one. He'll go to the open face now. It's a frothy open face. Does well to connect.
As we see Jules on this one on the replay. But I never understood that one from Tom Carroll. I couldn't see that similarity as Julian comes out of that little cover-up into a snap, free falls out of the lip and then just gets exploded. Imagining we will get going earlier, the wind will be offshore in the morning, we'll be able to take advantage of those perfect conditions. Julian Wilson with 10 rides, Jesse Mendes with 4, and then Wade and John. So 2 different approaches to both of these heats going on. Jesse Mendes.
Here we go, Mendes on the outside. Little click turn to start off with. Loses his fins on that bottom turn. What happened there, Bill?
Much faster than he imagined. Julian Wilson, quick in and out.
Yeah, priority on that one too, but I guess Mendes was further inside than him, so nothing ventured, nothing gained, and nothing lost there at the same time for Wilson. He regains that priority. You were traveling in your days, a few entourages around. These days we see Julian Getting one up the gates. Beautiful driving bottom turn to get up and over that section. The 4.34 is what he requires. He's standing tall. He's asking the question.
He has stomped that.
I love that
easily.
bottom turn.
Yeah, easily. He's known as having one of the very best bottom turns in the business. See your little pump there and into a lipper, holds it, and then see how low he got there and just drives it up and over that lip. Clean, precise, beautiful surfing from Julian. Here's the first turn. And you see a little free fall there, and watch how low he gets. See there and how he holds the rail, holds it, and that beautiful technique, fins out, and just timing was exquisite on that one. You don't want to end up out in those flats. Or here's a chance for Jesse Mendes.
Squares off the bottom, squares off the top, nice and solid, looking for a 7.01. There's the second jam in the pocket. He's going to get a rare third turn in here and completes it as well. That's going to ask the question. You're looking up at the crowd, he's looking up at the judges. What are your thoughts, Beal? 7.01.
I'm reflecting on the straight 7, the 7.0 from before, and a part of me feels like that was better.
Those tapered walls you spoke about, he's got a great bottom turn on his back end.
First turn there, second one early, drives off the bottom, snaps it right around and stays open long enough to get the third in. It's going to be interesting. The 7.83 from Julian Wilson had 2 big turns. Let's look at this first one from straight on. This is the judges' angle. Beautiful wrap through a lot of spray, quick up into the lip. I love this wave. I think he gets the score. Super close, super hard to say. The scores, here they come.
Here goes Wilson, big free fall floater on the outside. He holds on to wrangle it to 6.5, a 6.5. 2 judges say he does not get it. What is the third one going to say? 6.60. It is under the 7.01 requirement. Julian Wilson dodges a bullet in the last few seconds of the heat, and he advances again to the quarterfinal.